Hey everybody, Miles Mancinelli here. Today we're going to be learning how to play We Are the Champions. As a side note, I just passed 1,500 subscribers on YouTube, which is super cool. So thanks a lot for that, and I'm glad that you all are watching. I hope this video offers something to you and hope you like it. Alright, so this song starts on a C minor, root position. So you've got a C with your thumb, E flat with your middle finger, and a G with your pinky. And you go like this. So you're starting by playing the E flat and the G, and then hitting the C. And then you're moving up an octave and doing the exact same thing. So, okay? And in your left hand, you're playing a rocking pattern. So you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So once you have that, you move to a G minor 7. So that's a G with your thumb, a B flat with your index finger, a D with your middle finger, and an F with your pinky. And that immediately follows the C minor. So okay, and it's staccato, so you're kind of punctuating the chord when you play it. Da, da. Instead of playing, you play. Hear the difference? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. And then to lead back into the next phrase, you go G, B flat, D, and then you start over. So, except this time, instead of playing the full chord, you just play the E flat to the C. And when you go up an octave, you've got the E flat with your index finger, the G with your middle finger, and the C with your pinky. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now this time, instead of playing that G minor 7 on the first beat, you're going to play it on the second beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did you catch that? So in your left hand, you go 1 on the low C. Still doing your rocking pattern, but it's 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So to lead into the next phrase, you're just playing a G and then a B flat. So again, very slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Starting from the third measure, if you're looking at the sheet music. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I should mention, the first time you hit that high C minor, you roll into it. Right? So it's... Okay, and then you repeat that phrase, except the second time around, you don't roll into that high C minor. You just go like that. Okay, and then the fourth time around, all you're doing, continuing your rocking pattern in your left hand, but in your right hand, you go E flat, C, G, E flat. So it sounds like this. Okay? And then again, hitting the C. And during the fourth phrase, you're playing the G, the B flat, and the D to lead into the next phrase. So very slowly, the fourth time around, you play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and I need to show you a little note about the rocking pattern in the left hand. It kind of changes as we're going through these first 4 phrases. So the first time around, you punctuate it like this. So you're playing it on the first beat, the third beat, the sixth beat, and then you're not playing it on the first or the second beat. You're then playing it again on the third beat and again on the sixth beat. Okay, I know that's a little bit confusing, but when you're playing through that first phrase, it sounds like this. And I'm going to play it very slowly. Focus on the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the main thing you need to take away from this is on the second measure, you're not playing that low C, right? It's just... Okay? So you do that for the first phrase. The second phrase, when we go... Okay, for the second phrase, you do play on the first beat, right? So it's like this. I'm going to count it very slowly. This is for the second phrase there. I'm just playing the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? And that's the general pattern for the second through the fourth phrases. I would recommend looking at the sheet music if you can. And if you don't read sheet music, the main thing to remember is for this first phrase, you're just playing straight through, continually tapping that high C. But on the second phrase through the fourth phrase, you are playing on that first beat. Remember, when we play that fourth phrase, we then play 4, 5, 6, the G, B flat, and the D. Okay? So we're going to play these first 4 phrases, or the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the first 8 measures. I'm going to play that really slowly. And this is foundational for the song. So once you have this down, you have a lot of the rhythm down for the rest of the song, and honestly, a lot of the right hand work. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. So now we move up to an E flat. Okay, so what that is, you've got a G with your index finger to the E flat with your thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, and then coming in on the 4, you play an E flat first inversion. So you have a G with your index finger, B flat with your middle finger, E flat with your pinky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in your left hand, you're doing your rocking pattern. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So that sounds like this. 1, 2, next one, you hit the E flat, 1, and on the 2 and the 3, you're hitting an A flat chord in your right hand, okay? So 1, 2, 3. What that is, you play a C with your thumb, E flat with your index finger, A flat with your middle finger, and a C with your pinky. So 1, 2, 3, 4, playing that high E flat with your thumb, 5, 6, okay? So that's A flat with your thumb to C with your index finger. Okay, so from the beginning of this section, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? For the next bar, you just hit the octave in your left hand, the E flat octave. And you're going to hold that for 4 beats. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? And in your right hand, you're playing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's just breaking up the E flat chord, starting with the G to the E flat, to the high E flat, to the B flat. Okay? So with the E flat octave in your left hand, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and on 5, 5, 6. Okay? So Freddie's always filling the space with either the left hand or the right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you hold that through the 1 of the next measure. And then you move down to an A flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the A flat with your thumb, C with your index finger, and E flat with your middle finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's A flat, E flat, then arpeggiate the A flat chord. A flat, C, E flat. So from the previous measure, starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. So we're going to play this entire E flat phrase, starting from measure in the sheet music, measure 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you move into the and this is actually not that hard, I promise you. You're just playing a bunch of chords. So what that is, you start on an E flat chord, E flat octave in your left hand. You've got E flat, G, B flat, and E flat in your right hand using your thumb, your index, your middle, and your pinky. And you're holding that for 3 beats. So 1, 2, 3. Then you're moving down to a B flat chord with a D in the bass. So you got your D octave in your left hand, and then a B flat chord in your right hand. So D with your thumb, F with your index finger, B flat with your middle finger, and D with your pinky. 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we actually move down to a C minor. 1, 2, 3. So that's a C octave in your left hand, and in your right hand you have C, E flat, G, and C once again. Again with your thumb, index, middle, and pinky. 1, 2, 3. And now you're going to hop down to the F, the low F, in your left hand, and you're going to play an F7 in your right hand. So there are multiple ways to play this. If you can stretch your fingers, you want to hit 5 notes. C with your thumb, E flat with your index, F with your middle, A with your 4th finger, and then C with your pinky. If you can't quite stretch that far, just leave out that low C, and instead your bottom note will be the E flat, like that. But if you're playing it like Freddie did, get all 5 of those notes in there. 4, 5, 6. So from the E flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to move to a B flat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and. So all that is, you've got the B flat in your right hand, and you just hold that. So F with your thumb, B flat with your middle finger, D with your pinky. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and then you're going to keep that B flat as your bass, but you're going to move up to an E flat first inversion in your right hand for 3 beats. So you've got a G with your thumb, B flat with your middle finger, and E flat with your pinky. 1, 2, and 3, and. Okay? So again, in your left hand, 1, 2, and 3, and you're going to repeat that pattern. So 1 and 2 and 3 and then all you're going to do is you're going to move your pinky up to the E, and I would recommend moving your index finger up to the B flat. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and again, keeping the B flat. And finally, you're resolving to a B flat 7 in your right hand as well. So that's A flat with your thumb, B flat with your index, D with your middle, and F with your pinky. 1 and 2 and 3 and then for the 4, 5, 6, you're going to hit a C before moving into the chorus. So you have a C octave, you're moving off the B flat octave in your left hand, and then you're going to play a C root position with a G in the bass in your right hand. Again, if you can't reach that far, just play a C root position, but technically you want a G with your thumb, C with your index finger, E with your middle finger, and C with your pinky. So, from the beginning of the B flat phrase, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and now we move into the first chorus. So, we're starting on an F. So you hit a low F octave in your left hand. Okay? And in your right hand, you're going to start with A with your middle finger and C with your pinky. 1, 2. Okay? On 2, you're hitting that F. 1, 2. On 3, you have to quickly move up to the F octave above, and then add the high F on top. So it's F, A, C, F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in your left hand, all you're doing is starting with the octave 1, 2, 3, and on 4, 5, 6, you're hitting the high note, in this case the high F. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So on 5, 6, you move back down to the F, and you do the same A and C to F. A and C on 5 to F on 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you do a very similar pattern, but on the A minor. Okay, so you've got your A minor octave, and in your right hand, you start with a C and an E. 1, 2. hitting the A on the second beat. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so up here you have an E with your thumb, A with your index, C with your middle, and E with your pinky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So same pattern. You're then moving back down to the A minor for the 5 and the 6. Okay, so from the F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the pattern changes a little bit when we move to the D minor. So in your left hand, you're playing the octave on the D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in your left hand, you start with a D minor first inversion. So you have thumb on the D, index finger on the F, middle finger on the A, and pinky on the D. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So on 4, you're just dropping your pinky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you're moving down to a B flat to a C7. So it's a B flat octave, F, B flat, D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you've got C octave in your left hand, and then you have G with your thumb, B flat with your index finger, C with your middle finger, and E with your pinky. From the D minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're going to start from the beginning of the chorus. Very slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Move to the A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So notice that time we didn't move up to the high A minor. You do so on the F, but not on the A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just rocking back and forth between the C and the E and the A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So after you do that, you then move, instead of to the D minor, you move to the B flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all you're doing, you're playing that B flat for 6 beats for the entire measure. So that's F, B flat, and D. And in your left hand, you start with the octave. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you move down to the A natural, 5, and then to the G, 6. Really hammer down when you hit that A and the G, okay? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you really want to come down. It's that nice walking bass line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. So you're moving down to this nice little diminished chord. So you're playing a G flat octave in your left hand, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're hitting the octave, and then you're just playing the high note on each downbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in your right hand, what it is, you have G flat with your thumb, an A with your index finger, C with your middle finger, and you hold that for the first 3 beats. So 1, 2, 3. And all you're doing on 4, 5, 6 is you add in the 7 or the E flat with your pinky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we move up to the line of the song, We Are the Champions. all that is, same pattern in your left hand, the octave on the G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? And in your right hand, you're starting on a G minor. So G, B flat with your index finger, and D with your middle finger. That's so we can reach the F in a minute. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So on 4 and 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're adding in that F to make it a G minor 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. G minor. Okay? Once we get to the next measure, you just continue tapping through on that high G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in your right hand, you're moving down to a C. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 1, 2, 3 on the C, G, C, and E, and then back up to the G minor 7. 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The next part is a little bit tricky. Okay, so in your left hand, you're playing a B flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're moving up to the D flat, to the E, to the G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and in your right hand, you're playing a B flat minor 6 chord. Okay, so that's B flat with your thumb, D flat with your index finger, F with your fourth finger, and then G with your pinky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then you just step off of the F and G and instead play the E along with the D flat and B flat, but with your middle finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in conjunction with the left hand, it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to play from the B flat, which is measure 22. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are the champions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we move into the next phrase. So in your left hand, you're playing the chorus pattern, which is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on that F. And in your right hand, you're playing an F first inversion. So you've got A with your thumb, C with your index finger, F with your pinky. 1, 2, 3. You're just arpeggiating, okay? So it's the A and then the C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so just let's focus just for a minute, I think, on that right hand. So it's 1, 2, 3, moving up, 4, 5, 6. Chord A, C, F, C, A. And with your left hand, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you move to the G minor 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the arpeggiation in the right hand is slightly different. You're playing a G octave with the pattern in the left hand. But on the G minor 7, it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's the chord, then G and B flat. But on the way down, you're not arpeggiating the same G minor 7. Instead, you go F, E flat, C. Okay, so it sounds like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And with your left hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you do something similar when you move up to the A flat. So you play the A flat 6 chord, which is, oh, by the way, the whole point of this is you're keeping the F on top. You have an A flat with your left hand, and then it's A flat with your thumb, C with your index finger, E flat with your middle finger, and then F with your pinky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? 1, 2, 3, F, E flat, C. Okay, so starting from the F chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we move to a B flat, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's still the F, E flat, C. And then all it is C octave in your left hand, and in your right hand you're playing a G, a B flat with your index finger, a C with your middle finger, and an F with your pinky. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, again starting from the beginning of the F phrase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now we move into the pre-verse section, which sounds like this. It's actually pretty straightforward. So it's based on the F minor. Okay? So you hit an F octave in your left hand and simultaneously an F minor chord in your right hand. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? So that's starting on your F minor. 1, 2, 3. On 4, you move up an octave to F, A flat, C, and F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on the and 6, you play the low F minor again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're moving up to a G minor. And in your left hand, instead of playing the G octave, just play that low G. Okay? And in your right hand, it sounds like this. So you're arpeggiating, starting on the G minor chord, but then you're arpeggiating up through the G minor 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Starting from the F minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then you're going back down to the F minor. In your left hand, you're playing this pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? And in your right hand, you're starting with the A flat and the C. 1, 2, moving down to the F on the 2. 1, 2, 3. And then you're moving up. You start on the 4 with A flat, C, and F. 4, 5, 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when you're with your left hand, very slowly, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So starting from just the G minor, the measure before, just the low G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we are moving to the G minor 7 in the right hand. You're staying on an F in the bass. So just hit the low F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's F in your left hand, and on the 2 and the 3 you hit the G minor 7. 2, 3, and then on 4 you hit the F again. 4, and then 5, 6 is the G, and then the B flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, when you play the G to the B flat, I would recommend actually not using your index finger, which I just did. I would recommend using your middle finger to play the B flat. So then you can easily move into the next phrase, which requires you to use your index finger. Okay? All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, staying on the F in your left hand, we're moving back to the F minor. 1, 2, so A flat to F. 1, 2, 3. And then for 4, you hit the A flat, the C, and the F. 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to start from the previous measure, which is where we have the low F in your left hand and the G minor 7 in your right hand. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then immediately go back to our little C chord. That suspended chord. So you've got the C octave in your left hand, and then the G, the B flat, the C, and the F in your right hand. 1, 2, 3, and then arpeggiate up through a G minor. 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. So we're going to play this pre-verse section, and then that's it for part 1. Part 2 is going to pick up on verse 2 through the rest of the song. So starting, remember, this is going to be bar, so this is going to be measure 33 on the sheet music. It's labeled pre-verse. Starting F octave in your left hand and then the F minor in your right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, guys, thanks for watching. You can check out the sheet music because I have all of that up, so you can see a sneak preview of the rest of the song. You can check that out on my website, which is milesmancinelli.com. You can see how to spell that in the description. I have a link directly to my sheet music page. You can also donate on my Patreon. So it's patreon.com, I believe, /Mancinelli. Again, there's a link to that in the description. And if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. And I hope you have a wonderful week.